all means. How tranquil.
'Tis best to leave harmless creatures be.
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most. This boulder looks mighty heavy, but we might just be able to move it if we combine our efforts.
Would anyone care to probe? Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure chest in this area. Perchance you'd like to see it. My pack's grown rather heavy. Putting our load will help to keep us light on our feet.
Careful! More harpies are about!
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Thank you, Master. I only hope I did not disappoint.
We've earned ourselves a pat on the back.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to prove ourselves with every battle.
You would gather materials here, Master. Can we really afford to carry more?
How's this? You keep your life, and I take the rest. Boy, and I'll let you alone.
You'll not live to regret this.
Down your arms, or you'll hurt yourself. Where's that scoundrel?
I shan't allow any who harm the Arisen to go free. I've got a good feeling about this one.
Lay down your arms, or you'll hurt yourself.
Chickens! How quaint!
Let us not disturb them. The cry of a chicken carries for leagues around.
The structure of this place eludes me yet. It is quite confounding.
We mustn't lead the Arisen astray. Let us be mindful of our surroundings.
Lay down your arms, before you hurt yourself. Oi! This battle is ours! First and foremost, we'll want to lock it off balance. It'll prove a much easier target when lying prone.
This battle will demand all our well done.
This brute has quite the temper.
I do not use the range to our advantage. Focus. A moment of decision is followed.
This behemoth. We must do whatever we can to knock it off balance.
It is certainly worth a try.
Hold faster, I shan't let you through. You must remain calm, else all will be lost.
Tis no more or less than what one might have expected.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Oxen are to be found here, of all places.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
vast the sea is.
I imagine we would not escape a plunge into the water's depths.
Let me get that.
Food is the fuel of any adventure.
Indeed. Here's hoping this remains our usual fare.
I trust we've all inspected our equipment.
Off we go then.
Feeling rested, I trust?
We've little need for a campsite at present.
Let us return once we've grown tired from our labors.
Oi! You're not planning on going in there, are you? You're better off turning back. That cavern is not for mortal feet to tread. 'Tis a maze, with monsters round every wretched corner. I dare say none could pass through those tunnels and live to tell the tale. A crying shame 'tis. Few's the merchant who can cross yon bridge. I'd thought this my chance to make some decent coin.
I never would have expected to find a cave in a place like...
You're a welcome sight, Arisen.
This is an obstacle
You're better mind. No one's...
A band of knackers!
I will protect you.
I merely did as duty demands.
Well said.
I am poised to strike. Just say the word. Shall I assist?
Avoid flame at any cost. And douse the wall. What's more, have you grown accustomed to the adventuring life? If If there's anything I'm sure of, I would faint this way.
My plan was true. I pay only to be of assistance.
That was impeccably timed, Arisen. Attack at a moment's notice, Master. Shall I assist?
I shan't let it harm you.
I am poised to strike. Just say the word. Shall I assist?
I grant you fire's blaze. Use it well.
Healing.
If battle cannot be avoided, 'tis fight or die.
I am well aware of the particulars.
We are to retreat, then?
Quickly, Arisen. You must regain your footing.
Meat!
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
Take each trial as it comes.
You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find.
To charge ahead, maybe to rush headlong.
If you need that destroyed, I'm your pawn. Shall I assist? Just say the word, and I'll bring yon pillar crashing to the ground. Shall I assist? That's quite a large boulder, but the things will budge if we combine our strength.
Would anyone care to push? I shan't let them harm you. Let my magics grant you an elemental wound.
Right where it hurts.
Ensure your next attack is no less purposeful.
I knew that I could count upon your strength, Arisen.
Lucky us. That's worth taking.
Rattlers, Master. Holy power will do little to harm this foe. That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
This method never even occurred to my own master. Or me, I have to say.
Now that is a surprise.
Is there nothing we can do about this obstacle?
If a ranged attack is needed, you can count upon my aim. I will gladly be of aid, Arisen.
I am poised to strike. Just say the word. Shall I assist?
This battle is ours!
I've got a good feeling about this one. I can attack at a moment's notice, Master.
I'm coming, Master! You must remain calm, else all will be lost. You must cleanse yourself of that oil, post haste.
At any rate, look how many women we count among our number.
And yet, no two of us are the same.
Master beyond the rift.
Truly?
Tis quite a drop. More than long enough for one's life to flash before their eyes.
Balance is key. Boldness and caution are required in equal measure here. That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
On my way!
It seems I've collected a few too many things. Perhaps I ought to be more selective in future.
Here we go again. We must focus on finding victory, whatever our discomfort.
Of course.
I'm confident we've scoured every nook and cranny of the place. That's quite a feat.
Let us make for a safe location where we might regain our strength.
I felt certain I would find you here, Arisen, and it's...
useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you. Just imagine the coin we'd gain from selling this.
Whether or not we make the sale is for the Arisen to decide.
At last! I thought we'd never find one.
A splendid discovery.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
Arisen, I knew you loved this world too much to leave it behind. The pain I experienced at the coronation was beyond imagining.
What do you want? I'm in no mood to have my ear talked off. My back's afire. I can scarce talk for the mind. I wouldn't say no to some What is it now? Unless you brought me some wildflowers, I'd prefer to be left alone. Well, that was most kind of you. My thanks for the trouble. Right, here goes naught. Relief at last. I was beginning to fear that I'd be stuck here for the rest of my days. I've a mind to thank you, sir. Would you look in on me at my home? I live nearby. There aren't too many houses out here, so...
I thought you might like this, so I picked it up. Here you go.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
I'm afraid I can't walk faster than this, what with my back paining me. Well, I'll be.
In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a
My thanks. I'd fain reward you for bringing me those flowers, but you'll have to look in on me at my hut. It isn't far. And there aren't many houses out here. You'll find it soon enough, I expect.
You're staring, Arisen. Has aught yonder caught your eye?
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
But...
Forgive me, dear. I forgot to tell you. I asked this good sir to look in on me.
Oh, not this again. How many times have I begged you not to bring strangers into our home?
I know, dear, but this one's a kindly sort. Brought me the wildflowers I needed to make it home when I threw out my back.
'Tis always one reason or another, isn't it? And has it e'er ended well for us? Not once. Mark my words, no one wanders this far out unless they are running from something.
This one's different, I promise you. You've heard tell of the Arisen, have you not? The hero who travels far and wide to track and fell the dragon.
Oh? So this stranger claims to be the Arisen? Believe what you will, but expect no hospitality from me. You may tend to our guest yourself.
You will have to forgive my wife. She has her reasons for being mistrusting, but you deserved a warmer welcome than that. Now let me fetch your reward. Wait here a moment.
Take this. 'Tis something I found. I wanted you to have it.
Oh! Fie! My back! I've done it in again.
Ghost Stuffer, when will you learn to be more gentle with yourself?
Oh, hold your tongue. All the gentleness in the world won't stop the hurt from coming on when 'twill. It's only gotten worse of late. There's naught for it but to make for the curative spring.
In your state, you'll ne'er reach it. And that's to say nothing of the monsters that haunt the roads out there. They'll be on you in a moment if they see you limping along on your own. Oh, would that I could take you to the spring myself, but alas,
Don't even think on it, my dear. I'd not ask that of you, knowing how crowded places of that ilk make you feel.
But what are we to do? I fear for you, my love.
Let me get that.
The hot spring over on the island encampment would do my husband a world of good, but the way is treacherous for an injured man on his lonesome.
Fear not. You'll have your reward. I just need to sit still a moment. You'd be willing to accompany me all that way? You see, my dear, what did I tell you? The Arisen's a goodly sort. I've an eye for people.
Oh, don't be a fool, Ghost Stuffer. You have barely spoken to this person. What if you were being deceived? Did you think of that?
Come. Surely there are far more clever lies to tell if one's intent is to swindle. I'm not sure I can afford to refuse aid so freely given, my dear.
So be it then. 'Tis plain your mind's made up.
We'd best be along. My back isn't like to fix itself.
Pray see my husband safely to the encampment. I shall await your return.
Waitstone shards are worth their weight in gold when one has enough of them to combine.
We ought to keep it with...
Pray see...
Ooh, I can't wait to find out what's inside. Come to think of it, different masters favor different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Fascinating. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. Well done!
Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
The port crystal is set, but we'll have need of a ferry stone should we seek to make use of it. There's nothing like a warm meal to lift one's spirits.
I quite agree. Fare such as this makes our travails seem like trifles. I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well?
Could I trouble you to walk a bit slower? My back is like to... Oh!
It is raining most heavily. A characteristic of these climbs, mayhap.
There's naught to be done but suffer our wet boots.
Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle has been...
Sounding
You have my protection.
prepare yourself.
You're all out. I can't let you get away. You're always on being watched.
How's this? You keep moving, and I take a rest.
You would gather materials here, Master. Can we really afford to carry more?
Your like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find. I can't imagine we're in need of a campsite just now.
Let us return once we've grown tired from our labors. Be ready! Our foes are armed!
Should your pack grow over full,
is really coming down.
Take heart. The worst it can do is drench our equipment. I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
Here we go again.
We fight. To arms!
I am well aware of the particulars. Might we remove this hindrance somehow?
If a ranged attack is needed, you can count upon my aim. I would gladly be of aid, Arisen. Yon chest lies just beyond our reach.
How might we approach it?
My nose tells me there's aught close by. I'll have a look.
Keep your ears pricked all the same. Our foes might well use this chance to sneak up on us. Water is nigh invisible in this gloom. No few times has an overconfident step soaked my boots.
I expect that's a common occurrence in our line of work.
We've earned ourselves a pat on the back.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
your disposal. Wait a moment.
If you need that destroyed, I'm your pawn. Shall I assist?
Oh, well spotted. I'm sure my master would be astonished to learn this is here.
Douse the flame before it is too late. Well done. I will finish this here and now.
If you need that destroyed, I'm your pawn.
If 'tisn't the Arisen, come to check up on me, have ya? Well, I'm faring just fine. In fact, I've done it! See? 'Tis a blaze hammer. All that's left is to get this to the forge outside the cave. I hope you're ready, Arisen, as there's not a moment to spare.
Make haste for the cave exit!
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
Tis still scalding hot. Let's strive to keep it that way.
Could I trouble you to walk a wee bit Could I trouble you to walk a... Could I trouble you to walk...
Tisn't looking good. The hammer's lost it.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Could I trouble you?
We've made it out at last. Good on you for keeping up. Right, now to do what I came here for, then it's back to the smithy for the finishing touches.
Could I trouble you to walk a wee bit?
Be ready. Our foes are armed.
And here I was hoping for some great treasure. Ah, now I feel a fool.
We cannot expect fleeting treasure while there is no.
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? Imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Now I'm gone and stepped in it.
Another long day.
Everyone's as tired as I am, seems like.
I can hold on. I must go away.
Oh, there's some...
Greetings, Sir Arisen. Have you come to enjoy the waters of the curative spring yourself? The injury I sustained in Her Majesty's defense is healing steadily. Yet 'twill be some time before I am ready to leave. Though I am grateful for this opportunity to convalesce, I grow restless, as there is a matter I wish to investigate post-haste. Perhaps you would look into it on my behalf? I wish to know the identity of the villain who orchestrated the attempt on the Empress's life. The rogue you captured has been questioned at length, but last I heard has yet to reveal this information. Methinks you might fare better at breaking his silence.
I am confident we shall see this matter to a successful conclusion.
Uncommon materials can be found here, methinks.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find?
You're no soldier, are you? I'd not recommend camping. You'll await me the blanket of that. Shh. I can give you a roof over your head. Always a pleasure.
I shall be your shadow.
You're no soldier. I'd not recommend camping. You'll await me the blanket of ash. I can... give you a roof over your head. At least. Always a pleasure. You're no soul. I'd not recommend camping. You'll await me the blanket. Of ash. I can give you always a pleasure.
Fancy a gander? I find it.
What ruins your day like getting cut open?
Have you grown accustomed to the adventuring life?
Puh! That's like to make me sick, it is. Still, there's not a swig of newt lick I can't fix, I always say. Bollocks, I'm all out. Boy there, come at a fine time, you have. Care for a rotten egg? 'Twas soft boiled right here in the hot spring. 'Tis mostly sand, won't kill you or naught. Bought me some newt liquor, have ye? Many thanks, Cos. Don't mind if I do. Aye, that's the stuff. There's naught finer than a gulp of newt liquor. After a hot bath, 'tis bliss, pure and simple. But I'll need me a nibble to go with my glug. Down the hatch. Aye, this is a dream come true, 'tis. Suppose you deserve aught for your trouble. Here you are, cuz. A soft-boiled egg, specially prepared right here in the hot spring. Well now, have you come for a dip in the hot spring? Or mayhap to speak with me? Is that right? Suppose I can indulge you a moment. Consarn it. This bottle's empty. Well now, have you come for a dip in the hot spring? Aye. That's kind of ye. I was just craving some more of this. But what are you hoping for, cuz? Some sort of boon? Suppose I could oblige a fellow arisen. What? Hadn't you noticed? That's a bit embarrassing, eh? I'm a former arisen. Mine, one who couldn't fell his dragon. And if there's aught more shameful than that, I've yet to hear of it. In my case, it all came down to a lack of skill. Mayhap I could fell such a beast now, but my dragon's long gone. Brings a tear to your eye, don't it? But don't cry for me, cuz. Just know that you've got my full support. I'll be glad to see ye succeed where I once failed. Only, don't do it for me. Do it for yourself. Bring your dragon low, and taste glory eternal.
At last, I've ne'er seen a more welcome sight. Well, for its curative properties, I only hope to be able to ease the ache in my back. I'll go have my soak now, if 'tis all the same to you. Can't have Cleona fretting over how long I've been gone. Ooh, it twinges a bit.
'Twould seem I owe you a debt of gratitude. And an apology. True to your word, you have seen my husband safely to the spring. I was so afeard for his well-being, I couldn't bring myself to sit at home, waiting, wondering. So I followed you at a distance, though now I see I needn't have. My husband and I are met with persecution everywhere we turn, you see. More than one village we thought to call home has driven us away. That is why we live in so far-flung a place. Gaustaffer can bear the judgment well enough, but I cannot. You, at least, have proven deserving of our trust. My husband was right about you. You are a kind soul, indeed. I shall not soon forget this good turn you've done my husband and I. You are welcome to visit us again, if your travels should happen to take you as far as our abode. I would fain lend you my skills as magic archer maester. And I'm certain my husband would be only too glad to take up his blacksmith's hammer for your sake.
Sir Cleona was the magic archer maester all along. It seems we've gained a powerful ally.
Hold on a moment. Oh. Greetings. Its healing waters draw upon the volcano. Always a pleasure. Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
I feel as good as new. Let the adventure continue. I'll be ready to tackle whatever comes.
Understood.
When you get down to it,
Home.
There's orcs watching me. I'd swear it.
matter how far we stray, we'll be able to return here in a flash with the use of a ferry stone.
I've weapons to sell. But truth be told, I'm of half a mind to pack up and leave. What with the... Volcano growing more... Always a pleasure. Truth be told, I'm of half a mind... to pack up and... Always a pleasure.
It is most exhilarating to hand over such a sum.
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
The sun's light has grown dim.
We shall have to be all the more vigilant.
I suppose I could spare a moment to talk. Would you be so kind as to hear my request? To be frank, I am rather disappointed. Do let me know if you have...
Now, what might that be?
We ought to take a closer look.
dangerous things. You bird-brained buffoon! Where have you been?
Brocker! Sorry,
There's no time for apologies, girl. We've got to get that blade on the anvil, lest the blaze hammer's treatment be for naught. You're the first apprentice of mine with the gumption to do aught like this. You got the blaze hammer work done, and you did it right. But the hardest part's what comes next. I'll walk you through what's needed, though I dare say it is one of the few lessons I've left to teach you. You've proven yourself this day, Sarah. You're the one fit to carry on my techniques and this smithy. But not if you're gonna stand there and gawk. To the forge with you, girl!
come in, Brocker. Hi, Arisen. I've been waiting for you. Here it is. Your regalia sword. Looks newly forged, doesn't it, eh? Brocker had me working on it for hours. Got nary a wink of sleep. But owing to that, methinks it turned out real fine. I only hope you're pleased with it. 'Tis as much your success as mine. So much has changed for me since you first brought that sword to the smithy. I feel as if I'm finally on the path to becoming a blacksmith in my own right. Thank you, sir, for all you've done on my behalf.
I'll not spurn your company. Look around if you must, but be sure to buy all.
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering.
Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road.
Looking for aught in particular? Thank you for your patronage.
Why? Peruse at your leisure, sir. Always a pleasure.
Fancy a gander? Fine wares.
About time I tore that gun. Someone to talk to.
Clark means to unveil the sculpture before a select audience. He asked me to extend an invitation to you as well. I will await you at his estate in Vernworth's noble quarter.
Somehow my feet always...
At least I have my gun.
Time to be...
Can't wait for this job to be...
Always another errand to see to.
Nattering all day is tiring work.
I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
What are ye doing here? Come to laugh at me, have ye? Suppose it must make ye feel a hero, seeing the man ye caught yourself sitting behind bars. But ye ain't fool enough to think the Empress is safe now I'm in here, are ye? Go on then, and don't... What's this? Come for another A coin's a fine thing. Even in a place like this, it's got its uses. Reckon ye must be touched in the head, giving coin to a would-be murderer just to hear his story. Still, suppose I'm no longer a part of this, so I'll tell ye a little something, as thanks for your generosity, cuz. I got this job by way of the coral snakes. I only did as I was instructed. If you want to know who hired them in the first place, you're best off asking a snake. Lucky for ye, there's one right here in the jail.
Ugh. Ugh.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen. Here's a surprise.
Our collection grows. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gamble? Fine way. See, my days are naught but
I've been
toil.
here so long.
Looking for aught in particular?
Welcome. And well met. Look as long as you please. Do come again.
Have we any gold left after that extravagance?
Welcome. And well met. Come in here, officer.
We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
Nothing more deadly than getting comfortable.
Not sure how much longer I can hold out.
patrons, connoisseurs, friends. My humblest thanks for joining me here at the unveiling of my collection's crowning jewel. There is much more I should like to say, but the anticipation is apt to kill me should I stall another moment. Let us gaze upon the sculpture now. My word! 'Twould appear I overestimated your ability. How dare you claim my gold for a clumsy attempt such as this? You have shamed me, and shall ne'er again know my patronage, Fulvio. Now gather your things and be gone from my sight!
A dispiriting conclusion. 'Tis a shame how the sculpture turned out.
I know Clark wasn't pleased, but that was the best I could manage. I shall strive to improve, and perhaps one day he'll think better of me.
I swear I'll wring that incompetent sculptor's neck. What a fool I was to place my faith in him.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny. They have their uses. We shall await you here, Master.
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I inquire as to what's become of the regalia sword? So this is how the sword looked in its glory days of yore. 'Tis splendid to behold. I thought the blade ought to be restored for its history, but seeing it like this, I feel it means something more. Something greater. Pray, give my thanks to the blacksmith who repaired it. 'Tis fine work she has done. Impeccable, I should say. And you, Sir Arisen, you have my sincerest gratitude. You have breathed life anew into one of our kingdom's most sacred treasures. I can imagine no worthier symbol of a sovereign's majesty. I await the day it shall adorn your noble hip with bated breath.
I've got to focus. My shift's only just begun.
At last, the viper shows its tongue. 'Twas the coral snakes who employed the assassin. Let us inform Sir Manella. Certainly, Master. I can take you to this individual.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
While you're here, eh? Need anything? Stop by again soon.
We have reached our destination. At last, the viper shows its
So, the brigand claims to have been employed by the coral snakes. Whoever is truly behind this has covered their tracks well. But if Her Majesty is to be protected, we must flush the betrayer out at all costs. Might I beg a moment of your time, Sir Arisen? What I'm about to reveal is known only to a select few in all Batal. I trust you will be prudent. During his interrogation, the brigand let slip that another assassin would be sent to kill the Empress. In the name of caution, Her Majesty has taken up residence in a location known only to me. There she will remain till the danger has passed. My plan is thus. You will inform the coral snakes of the Empress's location. A false one, of course. Tell them that you have her in your custody, and that if they wish to confirm her identity, they must come to the empty abode south along Flamebearer Palace Road. 'Tis my for you.
We may benefit from pursuing the information. We're here. If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
What do you want? You've got the Empress? This some kind of jape? Suppose the fact you're telling this to me means you're in the know. You one of us? Right then. I'll pass these tidings along to our interested party. Where should I tell them to find you? The empty house south of the Pilgrim's Path, is it? Fair enough. Fear not. I'll arrange for the interested party to meet you in the empty house south of the Pilgrim's Path.
Master, I have experienced that quest on a journey beyond the rift. If you require guidance, you have but to ask.
By and large, the people of Batal seem to adore their benevolent empress.
Methinks it comes of their mutual devotion. Her Majesty offers up a prayer alongside her people every single day.
Vermund's people bear no such love for their Queen Regent. Though, of course, they have their reasons.
Shall we get some rest, then?
Looking forward to particular. What should I get up to today? Got no things.
Where are you headed, sir?
I'll feel inside there once I'm tired of breaking my back for someone else.
Sir Arisen, I take it you have given the Coral Snakes the information we discussed. Then the villain behind Her Majesty's assassination will doubtless be compelled to act with all due haste. And so must we. Let us begin our preparations presently.
Over here, if you please. One can see well into the distance from here.
The scenery of Batal is wondrous to behold.
Our preparations are complete. Shall we make for the empty house in Bagbatal? Pray, allow me to show you the way.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
More harpies! Keep out of reach of their talons!
Let my magic grant you an elemental rune.
Consider me your bulwark. I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I'll find you another time.
There will be other opportunities to lead. For now, let us follow. When tarred, be sure to avoid open flame.
Ha! They are right to fear us.
'Tis the mark of a champion to parade with weapon sheath. Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
Might I implore you to play the part of a bandit, Sir Arisen? As one of Her Majesty's champions, my face is like as not to be known to our villain. I have also employed the aid of a woman resembling Her Majesty in stature and build. She will fulfill the role of Empress during the exchange.
No, Manella. We must go ourselves.
Your Majesty, I don't think...
Should the ruse be discovered too soon, the renegade may flee and escape justice. We must confront them, so that our land and its people may ne'er endure such uncertainty again.
Understood. Then I shall guard your Majesty with my life. We must needs be ready for whate'er comes, Sir Arisen. Pray, tell me when you're prepared.
So, a bit of trickery is in order.
I suspect the villain will approach under cover of night. I am glad to hear it, and not to find a way to loosen the villain's tongue. I shall remain hidden till the opportune moment presents itself.
Come. Would you kindly open the door? Let us not waste time. I am here to confirm the identity of your captive and naught else. Where might she be?
Pray, light your lantern, Master.
Indeed. 'Tis the Empress and none other. Fortunately for you. Had it been anyone else, your head would now be free of its shoulders. 'Tis by the coral snake's failure that she yet lives. I trust you are prepared to rectify this mistake. Go on. Kill her. That is far enough. You must forgive me. I suspected foul dealings from the moment I heard the Empress was being held here. However, with this display you have earned my trust. In truth, she cannot die here. We must have her meet her, and in a place more fitting. Tell me, do you know what it takes to inspire action in this world? Tragedy. Yes, tragedy. The emotion that floods forth in the wake of such events can change the world entire. Consider what a tragedy of singular measure, such as that of a great leader martyred for her ideals, could achieve. Why, the flames of revolution would burn eternal. A worthy funeral pyre for an empress, wouldn't you agree? And so Her Majesty's tragedy must be made a spectacle of, that all Batal might bear witness and shed tears of blood.
So this was your aim. It all becomes clear.
Your knees! We have you surrounded. Sir Armhild! So it was you!
Manella, this little ruse was your doing, I suppose. And as for your Majesty, I must say I am disappointed. You would go so far to save your own neck, rather than do what is best for the future of this country.
We understand what you desired to achieve, yet we also believe that no ideal can truly be born from bloodshed. Perhaps you will ponder this in your solitude. By our authority as Empress, we hereby place you under arrest.
Sir Armhild's was a vile plot. I only hope she's the last villain seeking to advance her aims through murder.
Now that the matter is concluded, we can reflect on how we might improve.
We pity Armhild, but her ideals are not our own. We do not believe that Batal would be best served by a martyred empress.
I shall escort Sir Armhild to her cell. I cannot thank you enough for your aid in this matter, Sir Arisen.
That fool understands naught. Does she think she can exact change in this world through goodwill alone?
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen? Arisen? I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? I would have preferred not to have to quite so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge. You must not let me down. I grant you roaring flame. It was a glorious success.
Let us try for the same result with our next attack.
Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
How might I be of service? Stop by again soon.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Welcome, and as a discerning customer like yourself will doubtless appreciate. We offer excellent service. Do come again.
Well met, sir.
My legs are fair numb from walking about town. Look as long as you please. Do come again.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
A good sleep will ensure we're... Good morrow, everyone. We must rest. Shall we get some rest, then?
met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all.
Years pass, and still I learn more of my trade.
Wish I could spend all day here. I worked hard today. I think I've earned a rest.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few. Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I'm by your side.
Since times of eld, dragon blood has been used to refine all manner of... Remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes. Well, then I bid ye farewell, and...
About time you came along. I've a special tale to share with you today. Or so I'd like to say, but it is getting rather late. Best spend the night. We can talk again come the morn. Ah, good. You're awake. Look to the sea, my friend. Hard to resist setting out in one's boat with fair skies like these, eh? Now, I've told you about the sunken temple in the middle of the sea, haven't I? I'm quite sure I mentioned it. But I ne'er spoke of the man who resides there. He was such a worthy ruler in life that his armies safeguard him even in death. As he himself would have it, he was once entrusted with the task of watching over this world from the heavens above. Yet he tired of his duty and abandoned his perch in the sky in favor of founding a small kingdom on the ground. Alas, though he was a just and goodly ruler, there is not a single person alive who remembers his name. Oh, it sounds unfortunate, but if you ask me, 'tis all a matter of perspective. It can be a blessing to forget, and to be forgotten. I should know. In all my long years, I've never forgotten a single thing. I remember everything, every little detail. Would that I could forget some of it. A lie it may seem, but a lie it is not. I speak only the truth, as you well know. Come see me again if it pleases you. I've tales aplenty to share.
Heavens fend. I'd ne'er seen the like. I'd not known there were ruins in the depths of this cavern till the path appeared. 'Twas magic, methinks. I should have liked to investigate, if the place hadn't been crawling with monsters. I'll be needing sturdier arms than these afore I head back in there, I fear. At any rate, I'd best report this discovery to my commander. I only pray naught grave shall come of it.
Strange. I suppose our only choice is to venture inward.
Indeed, you are correct.
It seems aught has occurred within the depths of Stormwind Cave. But what, I wonder?
Well now, I'm not sure.
Seems we've stumbled into Saurian territory.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Well done. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle. To grow overconfident. Our foe is not yet.
A resounding
are to retreat, then?
Let us defer to the Arisen's judgment.
I quite agree.
You'll never reach our destination if you continue in that direction, Master. But I suppose I can guide us there later.
I expect this would fetch a fair sum at market.
So, another comes seeking to inter me. Yet your wicked schemes will avail you not, Watching One. Time and again have you sent unto me your minions. Yet repel them I have, and so I shall anew, till I might claim the true world as mine own. Why do you not draw your blade? This battle shall be o'er before it has even begun. You seek not my death. Then you are not of the Watching One. I am Rothas, founder of the Kingdom of Vermund. And you appear to be arisen. Tell me your reason for coming here. GodSlayer. Speak you of those trinkets conjured by the wizards of Batal? E'en from these depths I have beheld the Batali scuttling about, gathering their fragments. 'Tis a baleful, maddening act to transmute the fractured souls of Arisen into such frivolous baubles. Aye, that which you seek is a soul much like your own. Yet rarely will you find one intact, for splinters are all that remain of those pitiful Arisen who were bade come here by the Watching One to end me. The flesh may rot, the soul fragment, yet power endures. And 'twould seem the Batali seek to augment this power through their perverted arts. Though to what nefarious end, I know not. Yet 'tis folly, the frolicking of children. Such a trinket could ne'er hope to fell the dragon, let alone the watching one. I know little of your intent, but I sense in you a powerful will. A will that urges you towards fulfillment of some great feat. I shall grant you this blade. It too is the soul of an Arisen. Mine own, in fact. Refined in purest dragon blood. Alas, the ages have taken their toll. 'Tis as withered as mine own flesh. Yet, mayhap, the Batali's profane magics would be capable of drawing forth its latent potency. If that is what you seek, Arisen, then go unto their stronghold. I believe 'tis there you shall find the means to achieve it.
There's some manner of device. Shall we activate it, Arisen?
We pawns will be ready to respond. Whatever the outcome. I've just had a thought. 'Tis a curious thing that former Arisen yet walk this world. Though they are Arisen no longer, it seems they still retain special powers. I wonder if they were possessed of steadfast wills of their own. We've been traveling together for some time now, haven't we?
That explains the harmony betwixt us. Unless my eyes deceive me, there's something down there.
You're a welcome sight, Arisen. Materials, eh? I shan't deny, they have their uses.
Careful! More harpies are about!
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Challenge if ever I saw one. This will be over in moments.
I quite agree.
mind, Arisen.
Let me get that.
How vast the sea is.
I imagine we would not escape a plunge into the water's depths. Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
Ah, that's right. I must fetch those papers.
No, this is all wrong. What use of pitiful fragments such as these? What we have achieved is sufficient to sway the pawns. But when the time comes to fell the dragon, I fear it may not be enough. Lord Phaesus insists we shall succeed, and yet... Ah, a new hand, are you? Have you some business with me? Why? 'Tis an Arisen's. This is incredible. I've never seen such a luster. But why do you possess such a thing? Where did you obtain it? No, never mind. 'Tis of no consequence. All that matters is this. With this alone, I shall be able to craft a superior godsway, the finest of all created to date. I must make haste that I might deliver it to Lord Phaesus even a moment sooner. But wait, no. I have not the worm's life crystals to restore it. Confound it all! Oh, don't be ridiculous. Do you even understand what you are offering? Worm's life crystals can only be obtained from drakes. But I suppose I am in no position to decline, even if 'tis a fool's errand. Lord Phaesus is satisfied with the God's way as 'tis, you see. And as I can expect no support from him, you can expect little aid from me. Though I suppose 'twouldn't do to send you away entirely empty-handed. Feel free to take what you require from the laboratory. Now, as I've said, worm's life crystals can only be obtained from drakes and their ilk. Seek one out and fell it, if 'tis within your power. All the better if it happens to be a lesser dragon. You would be solving 2 of my problems then.
place ne'er fails to cleanse. 'Tis high time I began my meditations.
Bunch of sluggards. New blood.
Who might you be?
The GodSlayer. This...
I mustn't let this get out of hand. Surely I know the movement and caution.
Wonder if anyone will notice.
So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you. Do take care not to stray so far next time.
Well met. Looking for aught in particular? Thank you for your patronage.
I shall tend to you should you require healing, Master. You need merely say the word.
Welcome, and well met. Always a pleasure.
Looking for aught in particular?
How's the day treating you then? Well met, sir. How's the day treating? Do you come again?
Well met. A good sleep will ensure we're... Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Off we go then.
A new day, a new perspective.
Well met.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
There, Master! Knackers!
Let my magic imbue your weapons with wisdom and
Would you take pity on me?
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
Well, I'm sure that...
Beg pardon, sir. You're not? Oh, thank goodness. This letter. Must read. I've heard tell he's stationed. 'Twould seem another route like you seem the capable. Pray aid me in this.
We ought not keep the recipient waiting.
Just leave me.
One can see well into the distance from here.
The scenery of Batal is wondrous to behold.
Look! Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it. We must be really down on our luck to get caught out in such a down